Hello and welcome back once again, fellow vinyl aficionados. This is the answer key for Racers Vinyl Fast 5, episode number 35. Thank you for watching that. Thank you for coming back and watching this and finding out what the answer is. Did you figure it out? I bet you did. Actually, this one might have been a little bit harder. I don't know. I want to make them a little bit of a challenge. I don't want to make them too crazy. I mean, I can come up with some weird shit that obviously ties all together, but I don't know if that's fun or not. So some will be harder, some will be easier, but they'll all be. We'll just pretend they're all new albums that I bought, and it'll be, hey, I bought these ones. It could be one of those kind of videos. It could be whatever you want it to be. Rob Walker, Let the Music Play, chose the bin number and the album number for this one. It was 2, because he's either born in February and 8, or he's either born in August, and he's either born February 8th or August 2nd. It was 2 and 8. And that happened to be in Bin World here in Racers Home Garage? Whatever. Yeah, I'm coming up with stupid stuff now. Anyway, Air Supply Greatest Hits. It really had nothing to do with Air Supply. It really had nothing to do with the Greatest Hits. What it had to do was on this album, and again, it is a Greatest Hits, is Making Love Out of Nothing at All, which was written by, Jim Steinman. Mostly of Meatloaf fan, and I specifically left off both Jim's album that I have and any reference to Meatloaf because that's his biggest tie-in, that's his biggest connection. So I tried to make it a little bit harder. So yes, produced and wrote Making Love Out of Nothing at All by Air Supply. And then on the Streets of Fire album, he did a lot on here, but specifically he is part of Fire Inc. He's the keyboard player, and then he also wrote. And Fire Inc. has a couple of songs on here. They have got Nowhere Fast, and they have also got Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young. So there you go. That is the Jim Steinman connection to the Streets of Fire album. Bonnie Tyler, this one, you might have put it together, I guess, if you knew about the Air Supply. And then, of course, he wrote Total Eclipse of the Heart. A big song for Bonnie Tyler, a big song for him. And so there you go. That is the Jim Steinman tie-in on this one. He's written songs for Celine Dion. She had a couple of big hits. Obviously, again, though, the big collaboration, the big connection you have with Jim Steinman is Mr. Ajay Ade. Stephen Lee? Is it Stephen Lee Ajay? I think. I stumble every time I try and say Meatloaf's real name. But it's Meatloaf, right? You knew that. Of course, he did All About Out of 1 and 2. And then Jim had his own album. And I should have probably pulled out his own album. It's over there. It's in the bin. You know what it looks like. Maybe you don't. But it's a pretty cool album. It's a pretty good album. It's him, and it's his writing. It's just him performing it rather than Meatloaf. They had a bit of a falling out or something. They were pissed at each other. I don't know. Anyway, Footloose. On here is Holding Out for a Hero by Bonnie Tyler, but written by Jim Steinman. So there you go. That is the connection there. And then lastly, Billy Squier and Signs of Life. He produced this album, and he probably wrote some of the stuff on here too. I don't know if it actually officially says that he wrote much on here, but produced by Billy Squier and by Jim Steinman for Obsidian Productions, Inc., recorded and mixed by Tony Platt. You didn't need to know almost all of those words other than produced by Jim Steinman. So that is what tied these together. Again, purposely left out all the Meatloaf stuff, purposely left out Jim's solo work as well. He had his hand in a lot of different bands and wrote a lot of great songs. At some point would have loved to have seen the Broadway musical based off of his and Meatloaf's music. Never did get a chance, but would have been fantastic. Anyway, so that was episode number 35's answer question. Thank you again, Rob, from Rob Walker, Let the Music Play, for picking Bin 2 album number 8. Thank you, everyone, very much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow, I guess, if you're going to watch episode 36 or whatever, however this works out. We'll see you again. Goodbye.